come to February. So February 2024. So this is what I've been talking to the dogs about, really. Like, what if the purpose of your life is just you living? No great purpose, no great accomplishment needed, just living. So, because I joke sometimes, because in my business, I still point aromatics. I mean, I do all the writing and the website and the back end stuff and everything like that. Andrea, a lot of you know Andrea. She does a lot of the management. She's the one that sends you the Vimeo and stuff if you lose it, because I can't find it either. So she does that. And then, Cecilia, Andrea, and a couple other people part-time help me out in the store. We pour and stuff like that. But when I'm in the shop and I'm with everybody, my job is writing notes. And if you get a note that you can't read, I wrote it, writing notes and packing. I mean, so I joke that I'm like, my purpose of this lifetime is to put oils in little bottles and be working in a mailroom of my own shop. And I joke about that. And for a while it was a joke, not joke. I too had I'm supposed to be here to do something great. I'm supposed to be here to do something. What am I missing? What's my purpose? And then I did some Iron Kitty work on it and stuff like that. And what if our purpose is just to be here? That's it, just to be here. So that's really what I think our purpose is, just to be here. And I think we can do wonderful, fun things and while we're still here. So, I am. And I mean, I think it takes time. I don't want to say this wrong, because I don't think anyone's way of life is right or wrong, unless you're injuring someone else. If you're hurting someone else, then you're wrong. I mean, then that's wrong. We're not here to hurt each other. But I don't think anyone's life is right or wrong, and so we each are supposed to come in and have free will, which is debatable, actually. And sometimes the more you look at history and stuff and different things, like I was watching this show about the 70s, right? Because I like this. Some of you weren't born yet, but I like the 70s. I was 10, 11. It was good. Rock the boat, baby. It was a good time, right? But anyway, so I was watching this show and they were talking about Kent State. Now, I don't remember that. I mean, I must have been old enough to remember it, but I just didn't watch the news. But anyway, they were talking about Kent State, and then someone broke into the FBI office and they got all these documents that showed that our government was spying on us and also initiating riots and stuff like that, because they didn't like the way that the music was affecting young people. Because you had, I love the song, Neil Young wrote Ohio, and that's all about Kent State, right? And I mean, and it made me think, we're not free. We are and we're not. So I think and that's just how it is. And it's kind of like living in Sedona shadows. I have 14 choices to pick my color of my house, which I did. It's yellowish, and I'm only allowed 3 dogs and I have 7. And so I think coming into planet Earth is similar. I think we knew on a soul level when we came in, we weren't coming into a free to be you and me the way that, you know what I mean? So the idea is to be as free within the limitations of the 3-dimensional world that we've chosen to live in, which I don't know still why I did that, but I did, obviously. This is my belief. You're here in this life to live for yourself, not to seek the approval or happiness of others, whether it's about your appearance, your thoughts, or fulfilling their needs. So here's where this comes from. You're here for yourself. So if you don't want to go out to lunch with me, you say no. If you don't want to paint your house a certain color and you have the ability to say no, you say no. If you don't want to wear your hair long because your fucking husband likes it, you say, I'm shaving it. That's what I'm talking about, right? It's too much to think of ourselves are given away to our other people, person, things, times, and events because it's the right thing to do. I had a friend and she's like, well, my husband has to look at me. And I said, you have to live in you and look in the mirror. And she's like, well, I don't like my hair this way, but he does. No, we're not here for that. We just are not here for that, right? So you're not meant to spend your days in a job with a person that doesn't fulfill or ignite your passion. And I'm not saying that people should get divorced or quit. I'm just saying, think about it. It could be the most hypocritical statement, honestly, because I spent 34 years in a severely dysfunctional, abusive relationship. It wasn't like that for the first 7 or 8 years of the relationship, but it was there the whole time. I mean, I lived in a concentration camp of fun. and I stayed, and I'm not blaming, but that's not living, right? So that's not living. I do believe our purpose here is to grow, expand, and to reach our highest potential. And I believe that is reaching complete soul integration and connecting to God, right? To the part of us that's God. So I believe that your journey, I should say our journey, because it's my journey. Our journey involves unlearning everything we've been taught so we can freely explore this magnificent planet, because it is. It made me think while I'm sitting here in God's waiting room and Sedona Shadows here. This is a magnificent planet. It's magnificent, and we're magnificent, flabby, but magnificent. And our mind is magnificent. So I really think that we're really here to explore our planet, ourselves, each other. I think that we exist solely for our journey and for our growth.